Hi guys, welcome back to this amazing YouTube channel. How you guys doing? Hope you guys are good. So today, if this is your first time, first, let me start with if this is your first time coming across this channel, please do well to subscribe. Click on notification bell to get notified whenever a new video is being posted. Be among the first persons to get these notifications, okay? So today we're cutting this beautiful straight cuts dress you can see me putting on. It's not for me actually, it's for a client, but I decided to fit it in so you get a clearer understanding on what I explained earlier on the previous video I posted last week. Okay, so this is an straight cut dress with this ruffles at the front. How to cut a straight cut dress and A-line, and this is the armpit part I talked about. That armpits measurement varies in sizes of that person bust. As you can see, this armpit is not my armpit size. It's big enough so to contain her bobs. At the end of this video you get to see the owner of those dress because I had to video her so you understand these allowances are that upper part in her bust, because her bust, I think I used 10 inches for her bust because it all varies. It varies in the armhole openings, that is armhole measurement varies in the size of that person's bust. You can't be using size 8 for someone's armhole. You can't be using size 8 to sew for someone that has bust like her bust is 48 and all that. No, you can't be using size 8 for that person. You can't be using size 8 for someone that has bust 30 40 something. So it varies in the size of the bust so that it will sit in properly. So this is the flare. You can either take it up or take it in because it's gathered and is rubber at the is rubber at the thighs. I had to use rubber band elastic band at the sleeves. So this is it. And then these ruffles you can see at the front, you can either use your pins to tack it around. So you will just get right into the video and I will hope you watch to the end. So be cutting my material like this. I'll be folding it into two. I'll be folding it into two, just the way you're seeing it. So I had to go down to get my full length measurement first. Full length measurement first. Then the next thing I'll be doing is to place my tape like this and get my shoulder measurement. So this is the shoulder measurement I'll be working with. Shoulder measurement is divided into two plus half inches, or you can make it one and you can make it one. You can add an additional 1 inch to it. So this is the bust. This is the armhole measurement. I measured 10 there. This is why I said it varies in shapes of in the how big your bobs are, so it varies. So I'll be inserting my bust measurement divided into four, and I'll be adding additional 2 inches allowance. You can make it 2.5, you can make it three, depends on the allowance you get. So I'll be adding, I think I added how many inches there? 2.5 inches allowance. So the next thing I'll be doing now is to get my half length, because my half length area determines the round circumference of her tummy. That is where you can get your tummy measurement. So I got my half length, which is it's actually 19, but it's actually 18, but I made it 19, so that by the time you've taken all your measurements in sewing, taking all the seaming, everything, it will be that 18. So I'll be getting the waist measurement now. The waist measurement divided into four with my additional seaming allowance. So this is it, and I added 3 inches at this point because it's not going to be a fitted gown. It's not going to be a fitted gown, so it's going to be free gown for her. And this gown is a gown without half length. In my previous video I showed you how to make a gown, take your measurement, and I think this one will give you a clear understanding of on what I explained earlier in that video. You get to see it here. So if you've not watched that video, you can go back to my channel and check and watch it. So I'll just come to this area and curve my armhole. So after that, I'll be cutting out this measurement now. And after cutting it out, I'll have to place it on the next folded material to get my back part. So I'm trying to insert my, okay, I wanted to be sure of my hip, if it's really at the right place, and which it is at the right place. So I want to take down the hip measurement because the gown is going to be free. So I needed to be sure that the hip side has enough allowance. So that's what I did, and it has 3 inches allowance, so we are good to go. I needed to do this so you'll be able to understand it properly. So it's 3 inches allowance, so we are good with the markings. We can just cut it out. So this is it. So this is my neck part. I'll be cutting my width it 3.5, and then the down part 5 inches. For normal standard, let me just say standard measurement for the neck. For the normal standard, you don't need any extra something. Normal standard measurement for the neck is, the depth is 5 inches. That's the normal. If you go below five, it's just your desired something. It's what you want. You want it that deep. But the normal standard, you don't want anything deep. You don't want a hair. The 5 is just okay for it. So this is the front part. I'll just have to place it like this with my zip allowance at the back. I gave about 2 inches there. You can give 1.5 inch or 2 inch, 1.5 or 2 inches, depends on what you want to work with. So this is my 2 inches allowance for my zip. And then at this neck part, I'll just go down by 1.5 or 2 inches there. Okay, I went down by 2 inches, and then I'll just cut it out like this and cut out my material. So the same way I cut out this material you're seeing, the same way I cut it out, that's how I will cut out my lining. I'll just have to place it on my lining, fold my lining, and cut it out. So I'll be going over to my sleeves. I've already cut my sleeves. This is the sleeve I'll be using for it, and this is what I'll be using for my ruffle. I'll just have to sew this part to make it longer. Just have to sew it to make it longer. So this is my pocket. So to get where my ruffle will sit now, where I'll start my ruffle, I'll just have to do this at the front part. These are my linings to the material, to my main fabric. This is the lining I'll be using for it. So I'll just go and sew this part down, and so it will be very long for my front, for my ruffle. So this is my front part now. The thing, what I did is I measured from my neck opening to this point 4 inches. The same thing at the other side, but this is what I just did. I had to just measure my half length because it has the ruffle stopped at the half length, which is 18, but I made it 19. Like I said earlier, at the end of all these things to become 19. So it really came down, not the one that will be at your bust. She wanted something down. So so what I did now was to mark this line. I used my chalk, I drew a line and then folded it like this and heat it so that the markings will show, it will reflect at the other side of the material, so that it will be equal, but if you don't want it that way, I think this is the easier part, this easier formula for it, and it came out, it reflected to the other side. But if you don't want it that way, you just make your measurement to the end. But I think this is the easier, something very easy that you can do. So this is what I did after doing it. I had to start plating on it like this. I have to start sewing it. The front side of this lace facing the front side of the material, we're going to flip it over after sewing, so I have to just plait it like this on the on my machine. I have to sew it down to the dress, plait it and all, and voila, this is it. This is how it is. And if you notice, I've not attached my lining yet. I just did it on the main fabric first, because I'll be using my lining to cover up my sewn place. You won't see it on the you won't see any sewing on the lining. You won't see any thread on the lining. So that's how I want my work to be. So the next thing I'll be doing is to attach my pockets. My pocket starts from my half length, 18, and then I measure down 6 inches for the wideness. For the wideness. So at that, if you want, you can use 5. If you want, but me, I normally use 6. So it will be open. It will be free. To be spacious. Let me use the word spacious. So after putting it, I'll then use my lining. I'll then, after sewing down my pocket, I'll then use my lining and turn it over. So you just get to see how I did it now. So this is my lining. I'll be sewing this area, my round circumference. My neck part, I'll be sewing it. After sewing, remember to always top stitch. Give it a notch and top stitch it. So after that, I'll be sewing this area to just watch and see how I'm doing it. I'll place this pocket will be inside. It won't come out. It will be inside. Then I'll sew on top of it. I'll sew it like this, just the way you're seeing. And after sewing it, I'll then flip it over. See it? I'm done sewing it. You won't even get to see where I fixed. It will be just very neat. So this is it. I'll do the same thing at the back part. I'll do the same thing at the back part. It's that easy. So I've done the back part. The next thing I'll be doing is to join my shoulder to shoulder facing right side facing right side. Join the shoulder measurements and shoulder parts together, and then I will attach my sleeves. After attaching my sleeves, I will attach my zipper, and that is all for this dress. This is how I'll be attaching I notched the center part of my sleeves. Then I'll start sewing from one side first down to the um armhole, then sew the other side down to the armhole. The same thing I'll be doing there, and this is how it came out. I'll be sewing the sides now. I'll just insert my measurement now. My measurements will be divided into two, not four anymore. It will be divided into two because it's not folded anymore. So it will be divided into two. And I'll sew it round like this, the way you're seeing. So if you find this video helpful, don't forget to subscribe. Click on the notification bell to get notified whenever a new video is being posted, okay? Thank you guys for always coming back, for always viewing this video, for always supporting this channel. Don't forget to share with your friends, and always remember to like the videos because someone might be interested in seeing these videos. someone might be in need of this video, so your like will enable those people to see it. So this is how it came out. This is how it's looking. As you can see, she's very busty. And if you notice, it's not tight on her. It didn't press her bust because the armhole has enough openings, to carry the bobby, I don't- so it wasn't tight. It was just okay on her. So just okay. So bye.